Most of us grow up believing that aging is a slow, unavoidable collapse, that the body wears out like an old machine, and once something breaks, it stays broken. We're taught to expect stiffness, fatigue, brain fog, and weakness as if they're natural milestones of getting older. But there's a quieter biological story happening beneath the surface, one that rarely gets told. Your body is not passively falling apart. It is actively rebuilding itself every single day. Even right now, as you're listening to this, worn-out cells are being cleared away, fresh new cells are taking their place, and damaged tissues are quietly being repaired without you ever noticing. Your skin renews itself roughly every month, shedding the old to make room for the new. The lining of your gut replaces itself in just a few days, faster than almost any tissue in the body. Your blood is constantly refreshed, with red blood cells cycling out and being replaced every few months. Even your bones, something we think of as solid and permanent, are living tissue, endlessly breaking down and rebuilding themselves. This means the body never truly stops trying to heal. It never gives up on repair. So, when people feel more exhausted, inflamed, foggy, or weak with each passing year, it's rarely because the body suddenly forgot how to work. Much more often, it's because the body doesn't have what it needs to finish the job. Imagine your body as a busy repair shop. The mechanics are skilled, the lights are on, the instructions are laid out clearly, but the spare parts never show up. No matter how good the workers are, the repair can't be completed without the right materials. And this is where nutrition quietly changes everything. Certain everyday foods provide the raw materials that power these repair systems. Nutrients that help cells regenerate, tissues heal, and inflammation calm down. The problem is, many of these foods are overlooked, misunderstood, or even unfairly blamed for health issues they never caused. Today, I want to walk you through 3 simple, ordinary foods that science has repeatedly shown to support the body's natural repair processes. They're affordable, easy to find, backed by decades of research, and yet most people underestimate just how powerful they can be. Let's begin with the first one, a food that spent years being accused of harm, when in reality it was quietly helping the body heal all along. Superfood number 1 is the humble egg, a food so simple yet so powerful that science often treats it as the benchmark for repair. In nutrition research, eggs are considered a reference food, meaning other protein sources are measured against them to see how complete and usable they really are. And there's a reason for that. Repair in the human body begins with protein. Your muscles, organs, enzymes, hormones, immune defenses, nearly everything that keeps you alive and functioning is built from protein. Every single day, your body breaks down worn-out, damaged proteins and replaces them with new ones. When that supply runs low, the repair process slows, and research consistently shows this slowdown becomes more noticeable as we age. Eggs deliver protein in a form the body recognizes almost instantly. They contain all 9 essential amino acids in the exact balance humans need, which is why egg protein has one of the highest biological values of any food. In simple terms, your body doesn't have to struggle to use it. It absorbs it efficiently and puts it straight to work rebuilding tissue, supporting muscles, and maintaining strength. But the real story of eggs is hidden in the part many people fear or throw away, the yolk. For years, the yolk has been misunderstood and avoided, leading many to eat only the whites and unknowingly discard more than half the nutrition. The yolk is where the repair-supporting nutrients live. It carries vitamin A for skin renewal and immune defense, vitamin D to support bones and immunity, vitamin E to protect cells from oxidative damage, and vitamin B12 to keep nerves and blood cells healthy. And then there's choline, a nutrient most people don't even realize they're missing. Choline is essential for building brain cell membranes, producing neurotransmitters, supporting memory and learning, and helping the liver process fats properly. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that most adults fall short of recommended choline intake. When choline is low, the consequences can quietly build up: fatty changes in the liver, impaired nerve signaling, and gradual cognitive decline. Egg yolks are one of the richest natural sources of choline available, which helps explain why populations that regularly consume eggs often show better brain and liver health. Then there's the cholesterol myth, the shadow that followed eggs for decades. Early studies blamed eggs for heart disease based on association, not true cause. Modern science paints a very different picture. Large analyses, including reviews published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, show that for most healthy individuals, the cholesterol in eggs does not significantly increase cardiovascular risk. Your body actually makes cholesterol because it needs it, for hormones, cell membranes, and even vitamin D production. When you consume cholesterol through food, the liver simply adjusts how much it produces. Eggs don't clog arteries. They supply raw materials your body uses to regulate, rebuild, and repair itself. So, when you look at an egg, you're not just seeing a breakfast food. You're looking at one of nature's most complete repair kits: compact, affordable, and scientifically proven to support the body's natural ability to heal and renew itself. Superfood number 2 takes us deeper into the body's control room: Greek yogurt and kefir, the quiet partners of repair. If eggs supply the raw materials, these fermented foods decide how well those materials are actually used. That decision happens in a place many people still underestimate: the gut. Your digestive system is not just a food processing tube. It's a living ecosystem, home to trillions of microorganisms that collectively weigh about as much as your brain. According to research highlighted in Nature Reviews Gastroenterology, this microbial community influences far more than digestion. It helps regulate your immune system, controls inflammation, affects how well nutrients are absorbed, and even communicates with your brain. More than 70% of your immune system lives in or around the gut, standing guard at this internal border. When the gut ecosystem is balanced, the body runs smoothly. But when it's disrupted, the signals ripple outward. People often notice persistent fatigue, bloating, brain fog, frequent infections, or a constant low-grade inflammation they can't explain. The repair systems slow down not because the body is failing, but because the control center is overwhelmed. This is where Greek yogurt and kefir quietly step in. Both are rich in live, beneficial bacteria, especially strains like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. Research shows these probiotics help reinforce the gut lining, reduce intestinal permeability, and calm inflammatory signals. A stronger gut barrier means fewer toxins slipping into circulation and fewer immune overreactions. When inflammation is kept in check, repair processes throughout the body, from muscles to joints to the brain, can operate faster and more efficiently. Greek yogurt offers another advantage that makes it especially powerful: protein. It's naturally high in casein, a slow-digesting protein that provides a steady supply of amino acids over time. This supports muscle maintenance, tissue repair, and metabolic stability, making it particularly valuable for older adults, physically active people, or anyone recovering from illness, stress, or burnout. When protein and probiotics come together in one food, the body gets a dual benefit: building blocks plus better control over how they're used. But there's a catch most people miss. Added sugar quietly undermines this entire process. Studies consistently show that excess sugar disrupts gut bacteria balance, feeding harmful microbes while crowding out the beneficial ones. This is why many flavored yogurts, despite their healthy image, end up canceling their own benefits. The real power lies in plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt or kefir, simple, slightly tangy, and alive with beneficial cultures. A healthy gut doesn't just help you digest food better. It directs immunity, regulates inflammation, sharpens mental clarity, and decides how efficiently your body repairs itself. When the gut is supported, the entire system follows. Superfood number 3 may not look dramatic or exciting, but it plays a quiet and essential role in how the body moves, thinks, and stays energized: the banana. It doesn't come wrapped in mystery or marketing, yet biologically, it supports some of the most fundamental systems in the body: nerves, muscles, and energy regulation. One of its most valuable contributions is potassium, a mineral that often gets overlooked until something goes wrong. Potassium is essential for muscle contraction, proper nerve signaling, maintaining steady heart rhythms, and balancing fluids inside and outside your cells. Data referenced by the CDC shows that many adults simply don't get enough of it. When potassium levels run low, the body sends signals in the form of muscle cramps, persistent fatigue, weakness, or even unsettling heart rhythm sensations. Bananas remain one of the easiest, most accessible natural ways to help close that gap. Beyond minerals, bananas provide energy in a form the body understands immediately. Their natural carbohydrates are quickly converted into usable fuel, which is why they've long been a favorite for athletes and anyone needing a gentle energy lift. On their own, bananas can raise blood sugar fairly quickly, but when paired with protein or healthy fats, that energy becomes smoother and more stable. This combination makes bananas ideal for mornings, post-workout recovery, or preventing the sharp crashes that leave people feeling drained halfway through the day. Instead of stressing the system, they support it. There's another layer to bananas that often goes unnoticed: their role in gut health. Bananas contain prebiotic fiber, which doesn't feed you directly, it feeds the beneficial bacteria living in your gut. Over time, this strengthens digestion, improves mineral absorption, and supports a healthier microbiome. And since the gut plays such a central role in inflammation control and nutrient processing, this indirect support becomes a key part of the body's repair process. Bananas don't just provide fuel, they help maintain the system that decides how well that fuel is used. When you step back and look at the bigger picture, something powerful becomes clear. These three foods work together in a way that mirrors how the human body actually functions. Eggs supply the raw building materials needed to repair tissues and maintain strength. Greek yogurt or kefir helps regulate absorption, immunity, and inflammation through the gut. Bananas support nerve function, muscle performance, and steady energy while feeding beneficial bacteria. Together, they create an environment where repair happens more smoothly, less inflammation, better digestion, and more consistent energy throughout the day. This isn't a trend or a quick-fix diet, it's basic biological support rooted in decades of research. The final message is simple and free of hype. Your body is not broken, it's remarkably intelligent and constantly working to heal itself. But it can only work with what it's given. Food is not just calories, it's information. And when you consistently give your body the right signals, it responds quietly, efficiently, and powerfully. Simple foods, science-backed support, real repair.